Hello. Hello. We good? Hello, everyone, and welcome to RamsLive. I'm Ruby Kaiser here, joined by Mike Brohard. Here, kicking off snow days in the vendor village. We've got 50-plus outdoor recreation vendors and sponsors here tonight. The rail jam going on behind us. Seeing some tricks going so far. Doesn't that make you want to go down?
Yeah, I was. I wanted to look for the toboggan place, so like I could go sled and do like the Christmas vacation, silicone it up, and just take it right on into the stadium. But they said no.
They said no to that. I wonder why. That's strange. There's a lot going on. We've got some hot chocolate. Mike and I were just saying, feel free if you want to drop off some hot chocolate for us. That would be great. We'd love that. There was hot chocolate and popcorn at the movie night last night. Feature film after snowfall was here last night, kicking off snow days with the vendor village. Rail jam competition will go from 4:30 to 6:30 today, and those winners are going to be honored at the football game. Super excited about that. And of course, we have a little Snow Days helmet over here. Mike, you want to tell us a little bit about this new Snow Days helmet?
Love the Snow Days helmet. We Jared Frith really came up with a really nice logo design for this. I also like the bumper on the front with the kind of represents the 14ers that we've got going on. So it's nice, and we already got a shout out on ESPN earlier today for how nice those uniforms are. And then, of course, Shannon O'Hare did a really good job in equipment to put everything together. It's a sharp look. You got to like it.
Yeah, it was interesting. We have a feature with Shannon O'Hare later in this episode. If you're tuning in on the live streams, I sat down with her to kind of hear how this all comes together, and it started all the way back in May, pitching this idea and putting those uniforms together.
It is nice, and I know her equipment staff gets really pumped up. It takes a lot of time, probably about at least a half hour, to do each of those helmets, get everything taken care of. I did a story on the students a couple weeks ago. They said that when they first started, it would take like an hour, but once you get the markers, they can get it down to about a half hour once they've gotten really experienced with it. But no, the different uniform styles, fans love it, they eat it up, and this is a great setting to kind of introduce this new venture here, the Rail Jam Snow Days, and do it with a great helmet.
One thing about CSU is we love a good theme. I feel like every week we've had a football theme, which I obviously love. Snow Days is ending tomorrow with a basketball doubleheader. We kicked off basketball season Monday and Tuesday night with wins from the men's and women's team. What were some things you liked from that outing?
I like the energy at Moby Arena. It's nice to see Moby Madness back in the basketball setting. It was great to see the new pieces fit in with everything going on both the men's and women's team. Lexus Bargerser had a great game for the women. Rex Steiner, great game for the men. It was nice to see all those pieces kind of come together and still know that there's more to come.
Football kicking off against UNLV tonight at 7:30 p.m. I'll be making my debut on the radio, so if you're tuning in on the radio, I'll be there interviewing some fans, talking about some of the special interests of the CSU fans. Coach Summers said the bye week gave them the opportunity to have 4 good days of practice, focus on academics. I know you chatted with him a little bit for your story. Anything stuck out to you about that?
They've kind of changed how he wanted alterations of practice so that they could be more geared to fast starts in games, which is something that they haven't had recently. He's hoping that those kind of adaptations to practice and getting the blood pumping early on will help the team's performance right out of the gates. And so that's what you're hoping to see tonight against UNLV. I mean, UNLV comes in with a top-ranked scoring offense, but also the lowest-rated scoring defense. So let's see some points.
Absolutely, and we're going to cut on the live stream to my Snow Riders pre-record, so tell you a little bit about the Rail Jam competition, talking to one of the Snow Riders members, and we'll be back with more Rams Live after this. Hey everyone, it's Ruby from Rams Live. I'm here with Stuart, part of the Snow Riders Club, and we're here at the Rail Jam setup. Stuart, what did it take to put all of this together to get ready for today?
Well, I got here at noon today, so it was either that or 10 in the morning. We moved 20 tons of ice, and we put that into a machine, and we blew out a bunch of snow. And I know it doesn't look like much, but it's 20 tons of ice, and yeah, it's going to be a great day. We moved all these rails, which weigh a couple thousand pounds, and yeah, it's going to be a great day.
This is great. Thanks so much, Stuart. Rail Jam kicks off at 4:30. Make sure you check it out. Hey Ram fans, welcome back to Rams Live. I'm Ruby Kaiser, joined by Athletic Director John Weber and Mike Brohard. John, we're at Snow Days. What inspired connecting this university event with athletics in the football game and the basketball game tomorrow?
It's an opportunity for us to really celebrate the outdoor lifestyle in Colorado. There's a lot of great things in this state, and we've got a lot of it represented here in the Vendor Village around the rail jam where we're sitting. So it's just a really fun way to engage what we're all about as a university and what we're all about as a state.
I think it's one of the best parts of going to CSU, and I know you're an alum like me, and I definitely have some snowy CSU memories. Do you have any that come to mind from your time as a student?
Well, actually, I do. Now that you say that, I do recall a very late trip up the steamboat in the back of someone's Jeep Wrangler many years ago to go do a little skiing. But I've done that a number of times.
So you really enjoy. I know I watch you walk around here. What have you enjoyed most about Snow Days? And knowing you're already thinking about ways to make this bigger and better next year.
Yeah, well, obviously the rail jam up behind us is a pretty fun thing. So having that on campus and we did a really nice job of putting all this together, and all the lights are coming on as the sun goes down here. But we'll keep growing on this, and this will be something that we bring back year over year. So really excited about the future of this.
So just curious though, like there's snow behind us. If a snowball fight breaks out, what athletes do you want on your team?
The softball team. I want the softball team on my team. Yes.
Very good. Yeah, get some live arms out there.
Yes.
That's a great answer. I talked to Shannon O'Hare a little bit this week, head of football equipment, just about building this helmet and the uniform that goes along with it. What inspired the logo? Whose idea was that originally to tie in the snowy day in with the Ram and everything?
Well, when we started talking about doing Snow Days, the first thing that came to my mind was an all-white uniform. So we got to work on that as quickly as we could. We're wearing the road white tops, but we didn't have the pants, so we got those ordered. And then we started to work on the logo, and had a little light bulb moment about taking the Sailor Ram and putting a little knit cap on it. So we had a bunch of different iterations of that, but settled on the one with the stripe to match the stripe on the jersey, and then we added that. Shannon added that stripe across top of the helmet, so they look sharp.
It is super sharp, and it's funny because I think a week into football season, someone had tweeted something like, "Why don't we do an all-white snow day jersey?" And I responded and was like, "Actually, on Rams Live today, John Weber talked about that, so we're actually one step ahead of you."
Yep, we teased that. What was that, the first game? I think we teased that.
We did.
Yep.
This weekend gets tied in. Obviously, we're going to walk into 2 more basketball games tomorrow, a doubleheader. Started off this week. What has you excited about crossover season and seeing the basketball season's getting going?
Yeah, crossover season. If people don't know what that is, that means that every single team that we've got is competing right now.
It means I don't have a day off.
Yes. Correct. Yeah. And it seems like everyone was competing today, for our teams as well. We're off to a fun start with our basketball programs, and really looking forward to game 2 for both of them here tomorrow. Ali got started off with a 1-0 start for his career. I told him that he ought to retire as an undefeated head basketball coach. But we're really excited about what he's been able to do, and really excited about Ryan, what he's been able to do for the women's program as well this year.
One thing earlier on a Rams Live episode, Ali shared the story of him pacing around the IM fields waiting for that call. I was kind of curious what your side of that story is, and kind of what the parts of Ali you're looking forward to most as a head coach.
Yeah, well, Ali has just done a phenomenal job of recruiting really great people to our program. So really proud of him for that. My side of it, we were off campus and working through and deciding what we were going to do. And then when I was able to make that phone call to him, it was a special moment for both of us. So really excited for him and his entire family. They're great folks.
I know we don't often get to do doubleheaders, but we seem to take advantage of when we do. What do you like most about having both teams play on the same day and really filling Moby with 2 different crowds, giving people a chance to see both teams?
Yeah, and it's we've done a great job getting people into Canvas this year, and it's already spilled over into supporting volleyball, and we're off to a great start with supporting both our basketball programs as well. So it's a great opportunity to come out and on one day see both of the programs compete. At the beginning of the season here, so it's a really fun packed weekend here.
I totally agree, and I'm looking forward to the rest of basketball season, as I think we all are. Thank you so much for joining Rams Live today, John, and enjoy the Snow Day festivities.
We're going to do it.
Thanks. We'll be back with more Rams Live after this.
Go Rams.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Rams Live. We have some very special guests here, some Ram legends. We've got Becky Hammond, Katie Cronin, and Kim Bedinga, 3 CSU women's basketball all-stars. And honestly, if I went through all 3 of your accolades in basketball and life, we would fill up the whole Rams Live show. So excited to see you guys here. The first thing I want to talk about is the 3 of your friendship and how it's lasted for so long. When did you know that you guys were going to be so close? Like, did it happen in college? Like, when was that moment, and how have you stayed together this long?
I mean, day one, gosh, and that was 30 years ago, which is crazy to think of, you know. And every time we come back here, it's, you know, like we've never left, but all 3 of us have stayed in touch since then and gone through our life and whatnot. But if you think about it, I mean, literally 30 years, it's crazy to think of, you know.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's easy. You have great people in your life, you keep them in your life. And so they're easy to hang on to. So, and they're friends that, I mean, we don't like talk every day, but every time we pick up, it's like we saw each other yesterday. So those friendships and relationships are really valuable. The ones that have a lot of equity, and you don't have to sit there and reassure every day. You just know where you're at all the time. And these 2 are definitely fit that mold.
Yeah. I mean, you didn't know who you were sitting next to in the classroom or when you came on the basketball team, and that chemistry that you had when you played together, and then moving on in your lives and you keep in touch, it's truly special, and I'm so grateful to have them both in my life.
When you guys get back together, are there any reoccurring stories that you feel like you're bringing up? Like, I feel like that's what always happens when you're with your
Not
teammates.
ones that we could say on the radio.
As I was walking through Old Town tonight.
No, right?
No, we definitely have a lot of nostalgic moments. I think especially when we step on campus here, because a lot of times we end up meeting up in Denver or somewhere, but to actually be back here in Fort Collins is a little bit different vibe for us, and it's been really fun. Obviously, we all have kids now, so bringing them on campus has been fun, and just touring the facilities. And this is my first time in the football stadium, so I'm excited tonight to see the Rams football team.
I'm so excited for you. And during the football game, you're receiving the Founders Medal, and that's somebody who's contributed so significantly to the history and to CSU. What does that honor mean to you today?
I mean, it's obviously a huge honor and a blessing to come back here and see not just see the facilities and see everything, but just how much growth there's been, how much support they still have. Like I said, this is like coming home for me a little bit. You know, it's like the people that knew you back when, and I really value that. And so to come back here and be in this community has been really special. But to meet the new leadership, you know, has been great, and just trying to hear their stories and see their vision of where they want to take Colorado State in the next 30 years. We were just watching a game today. It was like 30 years ago. I'm like, damn, we're getting old. But anyways, it's been awesome to be back here and see some athletes, and like I said, take our kids around and tour things and see where the next 30 years are going to go for CSU.
And all 3 of you guys have made such great waves for women, whether it's in your careers or your sport or what you're doing. What's the best advice you guys would give to young women who are entering that stage of their life?
I'll go first. Continue to always be your authentic and genuine self everywhere you go. Show up, and good things will happen when you do that.
I mean, my biggest thing, if you want it, go get it. Period. Don't wait for anybody. Don't wait for it to show up at the door. You have to go get it, you know. And I think all 3 of us have done that, and not only with our families. Again, we all have kids, but we're very successful in our careers, and you know, she's really successful in hers. But you know, if you want something, you got to go get it. Nobody's handing it to you. Nobody's gonna wait for you. You know, there's no hand-me-outs here. You got to go get it. Work hard.
Yeah, I would just echo those sentiments. Just, you know, showing up every day, being consistent, being able to fight through some adversity. Because anything great worth doing is going to come along with some adversity. Being able to stick those moments out, stick to what you want, know who you are and where you're going, and stick to the plan, and be proactive in your own process of wherever you want to go.
I love that. And I think for me, being a alumni of the athletic department here as well, like, you are the type of people that I look up to when I'm here and when I'm sitting on this stage with you, and so I really appreciate all you guys have done. Is there somebody from when you were my age and you were in college that had that kind of impact on you?
Oof. You just didn't have like social media or it just the information, there wasn't that much out there. I mean, we were talking today You know, I think the first game I watched on TV was in 1993, Cheryl Swoops in the Texas Tech National Championship. So you just didn't have the eyes or the ability to have those eyes across the country. But probably more like local high school athletes growing up.
Yeah.
And then obviously when you get here, you become the role models, which is really cool because I didn't come from like a big college town. But I know when we were here, you know, the young athletes would come to our games a lot, and those are who we were signing autographs to. So it's just really nice to have that younger generation have somebody to look up to. But for us, I mean, it's a shame I can't name someone.
No, but that's such a great point, though. I totally understand what you're saying there.
Yeah, you just didn't have the viewership and the ability to reach, you know, thousands of people at one time, other than like if you were in the newspaper or something. There's no TikTok or Instagram or Facebook or
cell phones,
MySpace or there's none of that. So.
Exactly. Well, Becky, I have to ask you this question. Mike Brohard found such a great quote from you about Asia Wilson, saying that there's Mount Rushmore, but she was on Everest all by herself. What about her game do you adore so much, and what inspired that comment?
Oh man, well, the Everest thing is just easy because there's nobody else up there. You know, Mount Rushmore, you kind of have a group of faces, and everybody kind of, that's the recognition, right? And I just thought there's nobody like her. What I appreciate about her is just her humility, the way she plays the game, the way she pours into her teammates. Not only is she, you know, like the greatest basketball player on the planet, probably ever, she's also one of the greatest humans I know. So it's just a pleasure to be her coach and just see how she goes about her work every day. You get to see the shiny product, but that woman works so many hours of the day that people don't ever see. And so I just think that work ethic and then the ability to pour into other people around her and have that passion when she plays is really contagious. I think you can feel it when you're watching her, you feel it when you're around her. She's just a good time. You want her to come to your tailgate or your radio show, you want to hang out with Asia for sure. She's a lot of fun.
I love that. Well, congratulations on another championship and your Founders Day medal. It's so exciting, and thank you so much for taking the time to be on Rams Live, all three of you. It's so special to be here with your teammates and get to sit down and talk to you, ladies. I look up to all of you.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you. We'll be back with more Rams Live after this.
Hey Ram fans, it's Ruby Kaiser with RamsLive, and I'm here with Addison and Alexa, the president and treasurer of the Snow Riders Club. Can you tell us a little bit about what the Snow Riders Club is and like how cool you have to be to join?
Yeah, of course, Ruby. So Snow Riders is the ski and snowboard social club here at CSU. So we kind of take all members, no matter your skill level or ability, emphasis on the social. As you can probably see, or if you know about us, like we do enjoy having a tailgate before football games and stuff. And that is kind of the social aspect. And then gearing up towards the winter season, we go up on mountain and we have events every other week, and then a couple trips throughout the year as well.
So we have our Snow Days event starting tomorrow with the Rail Jam, and you guys have been a part of the CSU Rail Jam for a while now. What does that event look like for people who don't know?
So the Rail Jam, we brought it back after 10 years, 3 years ago. Super big event. Now it is run by the campus. Super awesome to get that support just from Altera itself. And then we have a bunch of other vendors coming out like Winter Park and A Basin. Should be tons of fun, great fun for everybody, either whether you're competing or not. There's something for everybody out there.
What does the competition look like? Like, are there judges? What do you have to do? Like, are we doing tricks? Are you guys competing?
Yeah, great question. So basically in the setup, it'll be like we come in at 11 a.m., we crush bags of ice, put it in a big snow cone machine basically, and then Snow Bros sprays snow all over the side of the hill. We set up the rails. There'll be 2 features this year, one butter box and
it's like a combo of a rail and a butter box.
Yeah. And then like a half dome, sort of? Yeah, like a half dome pipe. And then there will be judges. So we have our advisor, Ethan Billingsley. We have another person. We have 2 more people. Sorry, I don't know their names off the top of my head. But yeah, we might be competing.
Yeah,
I don't know. We'll definitely hit a run.
Yeah, I'm not going to, but I end up doing it.
Yeah.
So.
I love that. What's your Rail Jam specialty if you're competing?
All you.
Not falling.
Yeah,
that's a big
point.
thing. No, I've recently gotten to skiing this last year. So hitting, I don't really know technical names, but hitting sideways, straight on. I used to be a park rat on a snowboard, so we'll see which side of me comes out this year.
Yeah, I've been going for about 19 years, but I'm more of the trees and just hitting the runs and backcountry. Never been a big park person myself, but I do support the park vibe, of course.
Support the park vibe.
Yes,
I like how you
do.
put that. That's awesome. Well, we'll all be supporting the park
Yes.
vibe on Saturday before the football game. I'll definitely be there to check it out, so I'll see you guys there.
Of course, we're excited.
Yes, we're so
Go Rams!
Woo, let's go.
Hello, Ram fans. It's Ruby Kaiser and Mike Brohard, and joining us today we've got Brian Roth, the voice of the Rams, for a little game preview. UNLV kicking off at 7:30.
So, right, you have a UNLV team coming in tonight that leads the conference in scoring. They're also last in the conference in allowing points. What should you expect tonight?
Yeah, defense bad, offense good for UNLV. That's a great question. I guess you would say, well, you could have a high-scoring game. Of course, it's a Ram team, Mike, that's had trouble scoring points. So something's got to give here tonight. Is the Ram offense going to overtake a bad UNLV defense, or is a bad UNLV defense going to overtake a Ram offense that has struggled? Look, if there was a get-right game for this Colorado State offense, it would either be this game or the Air Force game. Those are 2 of, if not the worst defenses in the Mountain West Conference. So, I don't want to say if you can't score against UNLV, you can't score against anybody in the conference, but that's kind of the way it's looking. So, hey, look, it's a chance for Jackson Rousseau, this offense, the run game, to get something going, get confidence, and maybe win a game.
Excited to see how it's going to go after that bye week. And after this segment, we have Love is Blind and CSU alumni coming on, which Love is Blind is a reality dating show, in case you weren't aware. So, for a little game between you two, because I know you're such reality dating show fans, I decided to create some real or fake reality TV show titles. So you're going to have to guess whether these are real or fake. And I have some descriptions for you as well, just to help you out. And we're talking all reality TV here, not just dating, just so you know.
Okay, all right.
Okay, the first one is called Love at First Swipe Left. A dating show where everyone on the show has already rejected each other on a dating app. Can true love bloom among the leftover swipes? Spoiler, probably not. Do we think real or fake?
I think that is fake.
I'm going to go fake.
You guys are right. You guys are on me.
Yeah.
All right, fake. Okay, our next one is Joe Millionaire. Single women competed for love of a man they were told was a millionaire, but the twist is that he was actually a construction worker.
This is true because I'm old enough to remember that this show was on. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go true.
This show is true and it aired in 2003, so that
Really?
gives you some.
Did they have follow-up shows to that? Because those are the shows I want to watch when they realize that he's not a millionaire. I need to see that part.
Then we have The Floor is Lava. Contestants transverse an obstacle course in a room filled with bright red lava, trying not to fall in. Fun but extremely absurd.
That is true.
Wow, he's confident on this. I'll go, yeah. Yeah,
It is true. Yes, it is true. Have you seen that one?
My kids have seen that.
Okay.
Blame the kids, Brian. Throw them under the bus.
Okay, next up we have Who Wants to Be a Dogfluencer, which I feel like I might need to go on this.
I want this one to be true.
Aspiring pet parents compete to make their dogs Insta famous. Challenges include outfit coordination, bark caption writing, and surviving one full day without posting a story.
I'm going to say this is true because this sounds like something Chris Ferris does with his dog Murphy. Dresses him up all the time. So
where's Chris to defend himself?
I just think that could be true.
The amount of different outlets and channels for TV shows these days is so many that I would have to lean true as well.
It's fake.
Oh.
I wish it was true.
That's the show I want to watch.
Exactly. Mag the Black Lab, that's my dog's Instagram account, so make sure to follow her after this. Maybe she'll become an influencer before I do. We'll see. Okay, the next one, Catching Kelsey. 50 women, one from each U.S. state, compete for his affection. The show followed the Bachelor-style format with dates, eliminations, and drama as Travis Kelsey tried to find true love.
I'm going to go no on this because, no.
I mean, is he or is he not married?
I think he's kind of engaged right now, right?
Or are they engaged or married?
I think it's engaged.
They are engaged.
Yeah.
If you want to know all about it, I'll tell you after this.
Sure.
But
Is this something happened previously? No, I'm gonna go false too.
it's true, and it did happen in his younger days. It's pretty funny.
Kelsey.
He's rocking some skinny jeans. He's got the faux hawk going still. Kind of early NFL Travis Kelsey, but yeah, Catching Kelsey. A lot of those clips have resurfaced now that his love life is so popular. Okay, last one. Survivor, but IKEA style. Contestants must live in IKEA for 30 days without getting lost or buying unnecessary things. Bonus points if you can assemble a bookshelf before you lose your mind.
My whole thing is, I think this might not be a reality TV show, but I'm sure it's actually happened in real life that somebody got lost and stuck in an IKEA.
It's
I'm just
reality.
going to go true.
It's reality,
because it was
just
a news
not a
broadcast.
TV show.
Yeah.
I'll go false, but that doesn't mean it hasn't happened.
It is false, but I will say this was like a thing when I was in middle school. People would have their birthday parties at IKEA.
No.
And just like run around and go to the cafe, and it was like a popular thing for a minute there.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Pretty crazy. I think I lost track of your record, but that's all we got for our little reality dating show situation. We've got Patrick Suzuki from Love is Blind coming on next. You guys definitely want to come check it out. We'll be back with more Rams Live after this break. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Rams Live. Calling all Love is Blind fans. We've got a contestant from Season 9, Patrick Suzuki, 2016 CSU graduate. Patrick, welcome to the show. We're so happy to have you.
Taylor, Mike, thanks for having me. Go Rams, let's go.
So exciting. On the show, you developed connections with two women in the pods, Anna and Casey. The relationship with Casey ended abruptly after an in-person reveal, which led you to embark on this healing journey. Can you tell us what encouraged you to go on Love's Blind to begin with? Like, how did that kind of formulate for you?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I'm born and raised in Colorado. Obviously, I'm a CSU Ram, go Rams. But, you know, I grew up as like the only Asian kid in class, and I'm a big advocate for love and the emotional connection of love. And, you know, I think like with the dating apps and everything that was coming out, we were going to this like hyper superficial world. And I was like a big proponent and advocate for Love is Blind. So I wanted to go there and basically show the world that if you eliminate your ethnicities and you just look at the person who they are and where they grew up or their cultural background, you can still find love. And so that's kind of why I went on the show.
So since that, now that you've been on the show and you've been removed from it for a while, do you still have all those same feelings?
As far as like, is love blind?
Yeah.
I would say the emotion of love is definitely blind. Like I would say that you definitely have to have like common interests, shared values, and those types of things to really cultivate a strong relationship. I do think that you do need a little bit of physical attraction for it to grow. So I think the main positive point of this is like you should focus on the emotional stuff and the friendship building stuff first rather than just physical attraction. So
totally.
Yeah. I think it's kind of interesting because you film the show for a while, but then you go on a hiatus before the show actually gets broadcast. You almost have to live your life in private a bit, in secret, until it comes out so nobody gets any hints of what happened.
Yeah.
How hard is it to live your life in secret?
Oh, it's so hard. It's so funny because like I don't want to tell my friends what happened. Like I didn't tell any of my friends what happened for almost 2 years.
Yeah.
And they were just like, when they watched it, I think they were all so in shock at like what actually happened. They were like, wow, how did you not talk about this? And it's like, you know, it's really tough, but like, you know, you want to maintain the integrity of the NDAs, you want to maintain the integrity of the show. So it was tough, but I'm glad it's over now. I'm glad it's aired. It's been a ton of weight off my shoulders. So.
I was going to say, you got a huge hype crowd here. One of them had to come really close to dragging something out of you. Which one of them came closest to getting something out of you?
Oh, this guy right here in the middle. This is Xander Andrade. Shout out 1 Northeast, baby. Yeah. I met him day one when I got to CSU. Literally day one. We've been friends ever since. We went to a CSU Rams basketball game. Go Rams. By the way, CSU Rams, I'm calling it now. Sweet 16.
Woo!
Sweet 16 this year. Let's go, Ali. Let's go, CSU Rams. Let's go.
I love that. So when you're on that hiatus after the show and you ended up not finding love on the show, do you have to like stay single for that whole time, or how does that work?
No, I mean once you're heartbroken and healing and stuff, I think you learn so much, and then you're just like you're approaching dating so much differently too. Like I did, like I was literally like super intentional after that.
Yeah.
And you don't have to stay single. Obviously, you know. When
do you have to tell your date like, hey, like by the way, Love is Blind's dropping soon, like just so you know?
You don't have to, but it's probably in your guys' best interest to like at least give them a heads up. Like, by the way, I might be aired. You might have to deal with a lot of attention, or you might not. So yeah.
Right.
Was it different because you know there's a reunion show that always comes on after these things? Was it a different prep coming up for the reunion show, knowing what was going to happen?
Yeah, I think so. I think like for me, if you guys watch my segment on the show, I had a really crazy ending where I got broken up with, and I didn't know why. Like she didn't tell me why, and no one told me why, and they had background footage, like production had background footage that they didn't tell me for 1.5 years.
Wow.
So the whole time I still had no clue. I was like, is it because I'm ugly? Is it because I'm Asian? Am I not funny? Whatever it is. But then they're like, by the way, there's background footage, and she clearly says that you're unattractive, or that she's not attracted to you and attraction's not going to grow. And I was like, well, I don't really have to say anything at the reunion. What do I have to say, right? It's just like she clearly says what happened. And so it was like, to approach the reunion, I think it was about me just kind of like working out, trying to like look better than I did.
Like, I'll show you.
Yeah, trying to little glow session. So
I love that. We're getting close to the end of our segment, but do you have anything else you want to say about the Rams, about this experience?
all I want to say is Owen Long, he's gonna win Defensive Player of the Year. Let's go there. James Franklin, come to CSU. We know you need somewhere to go. We're going to the Pac-12 next year. Come and play for us. And I want to shout out this really awesome group down in Denver. It's called Denver Ladies Night Out. They run a very special women's group that cultivates really strong relationships, and I really think they're doing really good things in the community in Denver. So hey, if you're in Denver, check them out. The girls that run it, they're amazing. So
love it.
anyways,
Good to know.
shout out Denver Ladies Night Out, and shout out to my friends and family. And hi, Mom. Go Rams! Let's go!
You better get that on in there. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you so much for joining the show, Patrick. We'll be back with some more Rams Live after this.
Awesome.
everyone. Welcome back to Rams Live. I'm Ruby Kaiser with Mike Brohard, and we've got the Associate Dean for the College of Health and Human Sciences, Michelle Foster, joining us today. Thank you so much for hopping on the show, Michelle.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Well, Michelle, you do a lot of your research in diet and how it induces obesity. What is the biggest advice you could give to people who are struggling with this aspect of their health based on the research that you've done?
Yeah, so there's always a discussion of whether it's like exercise or diet, and they both play a very important role. But it is looking at what your diet is and making sure that you are eating nutritious foods, not the ultra-processed, minimally processed foods. There's a lot of stuff that food is medicine out there, and so just to take a look at your diet and make sure you're not just popping something in the microwave or eating it outside the box, but making sure that you have your fruits and vegetables as the doctor recommends.
Love that.
I love the fact you look at your career, you've done a lot of research, you've done a lot of award-winning research, but now in your role, what research is being done on campus that your students are doing, you're excited to watch and see where it takes them.
Yes. So the students, so I have since left research because I want to help students get engaged in research. So I went over to the service side to see how can I create access for these students. Much like me, it took strong mentorship to get into that role. So I now actually play a role with making sure that students have access to getting into laboratories. Really great stuff is coming in. So gut microbiome was barely existed when I started the field, but right now that's an area that students are super excited about. So thinking about kombucha and taking your pro and your prebiotics, and so getting them their hands on to look at what research is about. Doesn't have to be scientific research, but something that you're just genuinely interested in and enthusiastic about. And so I want to help create or navigate that pathway for them to get there and nurture that so they know it's for them too.
You've been on campus for 14 years, like we talked about earlier, but what's changed most on campus? What have you enjoyed watching in the way CSU has grown academically and with whatever we offer students?
So we're always thinking of innovative programming and that sort of mentorship, that connection, figuring out what works best for students, going not just from the academic side of what are your grades, but holistically, what does it really mean to be a student here? Students have actually led the way in that, in talking about mental health, how they feel, how they belong, and then also putting this into our classes now, how they learn, the multidisciplinary ways of learning in the classroom too. So how can we do it instead of just doing tests or quizzes? Do you like to talk? Do you like to draw? In what ways? And so we're really opening up to the aspect of how do you want to learn and what is the best way that we can do this for you. So it is almost like a give and take relationship with teaching.
How much did you guys learn about that process during the pandemic when students weren't on campus and a lot of things were happening online?
Yeah, that was a very big learning curve. You know, the first thing I said when everybody's like, you got to go online, is like, not everybody has the access to computers or internet, so we have to think of that first, but also thinking about how to really engage students in a space where they feel lonely. And so especially coming out of COVID was one of those things where like we're missing that community. And so to draw it back up after COVID, the community beforehand was really important. To really build that community back up has also been very important as well.
I'm curious because I feel like health influencers have become such a big thing now with TikTok and social media. Do you ever see any of those conversations being brought into like the research that you're doing with the students?
It's the curiosity of the students, because you see something that's on social media, they're trying to push an agenda, they're trying to get views, and they're so curious and they want to know, does it work? And it gives us a really great base to teach them. Let's show you about what actual research is. Let's show you where to actually get your information and your data from. Let's show you what was actually tested, because you'll find out a lot of the stuff out there is not. So
I was going to say that's the one thing you probably are aware of. Like when you look at things on social media, you know the research that's being done. How often do you go, no, that's not true, I really should comment, but I probably shouldn't.
You know, the thing is, I make it a very interesting learning opportunity for students to say, okay, so we found out about this and we hear that this is the good about it, so let's see if it really exists, what the studies are, if there's anything that might be bad associated. Let's make it a discussion, because you're going to learn then to go out and gravitate and find out your own information in the end.
Do you enjoy, especially your college to me is very diverse in terms of what you do. We're talking about architecture as well as the dietitians, the health and nutrition. The construction management program's under your umbrella.
Yes.
How hard is it for you to stay connected to everything that's going on, and how do you keep it kind of all connected?
You know, I have a great group of individuals that I work with, and so yes, we are like very different, but when you think about it, it's like holistically forming that human environment relationship, human environment and animal relationship, and our clothing to say, how can I get out here and ski and stay warm, or if I'm different ability, how can I do that as well? And so I stay connected with the pulse of each one of our departments through representatives in what I do, and then they feed into their department. So it's like almost roots are branches in a way that we communicate back and forth to make sure that I'm serving everybody the way they need to be served and that I'm hearing all the voices.
Very cool. Thank you so much for joining the show, Michelle. I can tell how intentional you are with your students and the work you do. It's really great to hear about some of the stuff that's going on in that college.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining Rams Live, and we'll be back with more after this. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Rams Live. I'm Ruby Kaiser with Mike Brohard, and we have Bob Stinchcomb, the Senior Vice President of Alterra, joining us today. We've got this amazing Snow Days event going on, and Alterra, sponsor of this event. What does that kind of mean to you to have this partnership with the university?
Well, we're super excited to be here tonight. It's feels good to have a little bit of chill in the air, right, as winters are upon us here. We're just super excited to partner up with Colorado State University and the Snow Riders group and everyone else to continue to, have all the college students get real excited for winter and get on the snow and think about skiing and riding for the season.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you look at the fake snow behind us, you probably can't wait for the real stuff to really start falling down, right?
Yeah. This time of year, we're always ready for Mother Nature to deliver. But we are skiing already here in Colorado. Right? We got A Basin and Winter Park. Have been open for a couple weeks, so we're up in the mountains and the season has begun. And of course, we got several resorts soon to open here, coming up on the Thanksgiving holiday.
You guys sponsored the Icon Pass, right? That allows access to multiple places. Is this a good venue for you to come to a college campus and maybe get some kids excited about the ski season, the snowboarding season?
Yeah, of course. The Icon Pass, right? It's one of the leading ski passes in the world. We got 70 plus destinations, including 6 here in the state of Colorado. You got unlimited skiing at Winter Park and Steamboat and Arapahoe Basin, Copper, Eldora, and of course you get a handful of days up at Aspen as well. And we love being here. We activate across a lot of different college campuses across the state. We love getting in front of the next generation of skiers. We love the energy of the college students, and we have specially priced products for the Icon Pass so that, hey, when they're not in class and they're not studying, they can get up to the mountains and get on the snow.
I was going to say, do you Colorado kids probably know about the outside stuff? Is it the Californians that we attract that you're trying to get on boards and introduce them to something? New products, right?
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, there's obviously when you're on college campuses, you got kids that attend like here at Colorado State that come from all over the country. So for some, they've been growing up and skiing their whole lives, and for others, this is their first chance to really be in the Rocky Mountains and experience the snow. And so beyond just getting to ski here in your backyard, you can venture out to Utah or California and the Pacific Northwest. So lots of options for the kids.
You mentioned like one of the perks being that you can ski in all these different places. It's funny, my dad just called me on the phone. I'm from Oregon. He's a big time skier, and he's like, I got the Icon Pass. I have this amount of time to get you on like the list to get your tickets. Like, where can we ski? When can you ski? Blah, blah, blah. And he's so excited about it. What are some of the other features of this pass that you kind of have to sell to promote people to get them into it?
Well, obviously the choice of skier is the ability to just kind of buy one product, have it at the beginning of the season, and then, whether you just want to chase the snow and see where Mother Nature really delivers and get skiing in different parts of the world, you have that option. Or if you just have a local favorite in your backyard, you have that. But, in addition to the access to the resorts, we have a lot of other benefits with a lot of key partners like the North Face, Blender Sunglasses, Smith Optics, a lot of different options that the Icon Pass gives an extended discount or promotion to.
If you're setting up your perfect Colorado ski trip with your Icon Pass, like what's your schedule? What's your itinerary?
Oh gosh, for me personally?
Yeah.
For me personally, well, like if I'm sticking around here in the state, I love getting up to Steamboat, which is always fun. And then depending on the snow, I love getting out to Utah. We have 6 destinations also out in Utah. It's a short drive from here, just 6 hours, and you ski the Wasatch Mountains, and so that's a lot of fun. And from a bucket list standpoint, I hope to get over to Japan this year.
Wow.
We have 9 ski areas over in Japan on the Icon Pass.
So cool.
And myself and a lot of others want to ski the Japao and get over there and check it out. So
do you find that that's a huge draw about the Icon Passes? Because we know a lot of golfers, they like to be able to golf in different places. You're finding the same thing with the Icon Passes because it gives people the flexibility to not just stay in Colorado, but to go to Utah, maybe Park City, go to California, other places, because they really like to test out the snow in different places.
That's right. Yeah, now that's the beauty of the product is, most people buy it because they have a local favorite in their backyard where they're going to go most frequently. But then every skier aspires to head to a different part of the world or a different part of North America to get on the snow. And so with this, as long as you have time, you got a lot of different options. And so we've seen a lot of skiers and riders head over to the Alps if they got time, right, to do a bucket list trip, whether it's over to Italy or France. And then, like I mentioned, a lot of skiers like to get up to British Columbia and get up skiing that way. And then now Japan is really, really popular these days. So.
That's so cool. Thank you so much for joining Rams Live today, Bob. It's great to see this event and how Altair's participated in it. It's great. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks. We'll be back with more Rams Live after this. My snow day uniform package is queuing up right after this. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Rams Live. We are joined by President Amy Parsons on this wonderful snow night, I think.
Snow night? I know. I love the logo. All the snow days merch is so cute.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
What's been your favorite part of this event so far?
I mean, I think seeing these students back here, the students are so into it, and just they're wild out
they're
there.
having a good time.
I just love the idea of people getting first tracks at CSU, like on campus,
Yes.
you know, at a tailgate is pretty awesome.
It
I
is
mean,
so
this crowd out
awesome.
here is just beyond. It's just so much fun.
I know, the energy is so great. I keep finding myself like peeking over, like I want to know what's going on over there.
Everybody in the mood.
I've been looking for some of the big tricks going on. That's nice.
There are some big tricks
Yeah.
out there, and I'm really grateful to our sponsors like Altera, because this is the first time we've done this, especially on a game day tailgate. And they came in with the Icon Pass. They're doing Icon Pass giveaways. I mean, their sponsorship is amazing. And you see around our vendor village out here, and just all the gear, all the apparel. It's pretty amazing, and I think it's just going to get bigger and bigger every year. I mean, this is already an incredible start.
This is such a fun event, and I asked John the same question because I feel like as a student at CSU, I have some lovely snow day memories, or when school shut down and coming out to the same hill and sliding down the hill. But do you have any snowy CSU memories from when you were a student here?
Oh man, I mean, back in my day, Ruby, we did football games out at Hughes Stadium, and so my game day experiences are out there, and I remember some really cold, snowy days. For some reason, I feel like it always snowed when we played Wyoming.
Yes.
That's what's in my memory, right? And I remember when I was an undergrad here, I was friends with a couple of the players, and I just remember being like in the stands, in the cold, all huddled together, cheering for our friends, like as loud as we possibly can.
The wind was not blocked out there, so
The
you
wind
guys
was
felt
not
every
blocked out
yes,
there,
yeah.
but I was a lot younger, and I don't think I was as cold. Like I could take it a little bit better back then. So yeah, great memories.
I love that.
When you look at what's going on behind us, though, this is quintessential Colorado. So how important is it to bring this stuff to our campus? Because we are really a partner of the state. We're
You are so
an
right.
outreach of the state.
Yeah, and outdoor recreation has always been an important component of CSU. In fact, we were the first university in the country to have a department of outdoor recreation, to have a major in outdoor recreation in the 1940s, 50s, and 60s. And we were really pioneers in this space. We're the only university, I think, to be set in such a great outdoor environment that is Fort Collins, a great, beautiful outdoor city. It's our lifestyle. But we also have the mountain campus. We have our campus in Mexico. We have our extension offices all around the state. We're engaged in every different aspect that there is of outdoor recreation, and so it really is who we are. A lot of reasons why people come to Colorado and come to CSU is to live this lifestyle, and you see that on full display right behind us with our students and how into this they are.
Yeah, plus we've got to introduce the Californians that come out here to what Colorado's really about, right?
Absolutely. Yep. From all over the country, this is what it's about.
I love that.
Getting
I was
ready for ski season. It's
I was
almost
in
here.
line with a girl at a coffee shop this morning, and I was telling her all about snow days, and I'm like, if you have nothing to do, like, you should come check it out. And she's like, that is the most Colorado thing I've ever heard.
100%.
Which is like the point, right?
Yeah,
That's what you totally nailed it.
Yeah.
This past week you had I think it was the 25th year for the symposium.
Yes, we had the symposium this year. It was amazing. Great speakers on campus. We had the First Gen Awards this week, the First Gen Dinner this week. So, I mean, it was a week of everybody coming in to CSU to celebrate what's great about it. And I tell you, I think you know this, Ruby and Mike, but we've got Becky Hammond here as well today. And, you know, I am one of her biggest fans, and I've been watching her play and her incredible career as a pro and coaching, and now her dynasty, you know, with coaching the Aces. It was a dream come true for me to interview her today and to spend some time with her and to have her here on campus. So yeah, I mean, it's been an incredible week for CSU.
What she's done is almost the epitome, really, of what you do, why you have the Founders Award.
It is.
It had to be a big honor for you to be able to grant her that.
It is. I've been talking about it since the day I think I became president, how much I want to get Becky Hammond back on campus. And you know, we're awarding her with the Founders Day Medal, which is really our highest award of somebody who's really made a big, lasting, sustained impact in their field. So it's not just athletics, it's any field. Nobody's done that more than Becky Hammond, right?
Totally
I
agree.
mean, in women's sports, in the sport of basketball altogether, the first woman to coach in the NBA, I mean, just, she's absolutely incredible. Such a role model for us.
Yeah, I would almost argue, when I have had this conversation with some people, I think two of our most famous athletes of all time on this campus are both women. It's Becky and it's Amy Van Dyke.
Absolutely, absolutely. We're so proud of her, and it's just so cool that she's here, and she's here with her family and her parents, And, I mean, just really getting back to where it all started for her, playing right here in Moby Arena. When you look up in the rafters and you see number 25 retired up there, that's Becky. And she's here still mentoring us, right? I mean, still being a role model for Colorado State. It's incredible.
That's been one of my favorite things coming back to CSU is like seeing all these people coming back onto campus. And like you, I got to interview Becky today, and I was just fangirling so hard. I'm like, I can't believe I'm sitting next to you right now, and I can't wait to listen to your podcast now. But it's just so special.
Tell me more, but just keep talking.
Like, what do you mean, rap? What do you mean? Like, we gotta have more time. Well, Amy, it was so great to have you on Rams Live. As always, enjoy the snow days. We'll see you tomorrow at the doubleheader.
Absolutely.
And go Rams.
Too. Go Rams. All right, let's go football.
Let's get a win.
We'll be back with more Rams Live after this to wrap the show. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, Amy.
Thanks, Ruby. Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Amy.
Hey everyone, it's Ruby Kaiser from Rams Live. I'm here with Shannon O'Hare, the head of football equipment. Shannon, we've got a new jersey uniform situation going on this week. Take me through what all goes into that change and bringing in new logos and a new uniform.
Yeah, so uniform process usually takes about a good year, if not more, for a whole new design. There's so many people in part of it. So you have like your equipment staff, your admin, coaches, all the other like different departments that kind of have like their hands in it, just kind of throwing out ideas. So we found out about this in early May, and I was like, all right, let's see what we can do. Let's pull it off. So our jerseys are actually the same away jerseys. So the only big difference is the pants. So we called my guy Tommy at Under Armour. I was like, hey, can we make this happen by November? He's like, let's do it. So started mocking up the design of the pants to match the jerseys. So we just really matched like the stripes with the jerseys since we had the jerseys in hand. So went from pants first, then we started thinking about ideas for the decals and stuff. And then same thing with the stripes. We matched the stripes of the jerseys and pants to the helmet stripe. So just kind of went through, got some helmet decal samples, kind of see what looks best, blew up the size of the snow day ram, tweaked a couple color changes and all that. So really just like all the things to tie it in that are little things, but like make the biggest difference at the end if you're really looking at it. So it's a couple month long process. So Brendan and I were able to do it, get it all here in time and all that. And then I'm excited to see you on the field on Saturday. Yeah, Saturday.
Me too. How many people does it take to like turn over the helmets and everything to change those uniforms from week to week?
Yeah, so our students have about 10 to 12 helmets each that they're assigned to. So we do a little helmet draft at the beginning of the season. And so you get to pick their helmets and all that jazz. So they're responsible for cleaning their helmets, maintaining them, decaling them. And then Brendan's really the lead with double checking to make sure everything looks good, everything's tightened, it's approved, like for on TV, make it look extra good, that sort of thing. So especially with the decals, it takes a couple of days usually, like I'd say like 20 minutes per helmet, give or take. Some students are stronger than others, so it just kind of depends on their strong suits and stuff. But it's usually a couple of days worth of work, so we had them due this morning, and then Brendan went through all of them this morning just to make sure they look all good for Saturday.
With this new Snow Days helmet, what new decals will we need to look out for?
Yeah, so the stripes new, obviously. The side of the helmets, it's our little Snow Day Rams that has a cute little beanie on it. We have the front bumper that's like a mountain range, just to obviously tie in the mountain theme, the snow theme, and everything like that. So those are the biggest new changes with that.
Welcome back to Rams Live. Thank you everyone for tuning in so far. We had quite the show tonight, Mike. We had Becky Hammond, we had Love is Blind Patrick Suzuki, Amy, John, as always, Altera, Senior Vice President. Like, we really hit it all.
We really did, and then we had the beautiful backdrop of people wiping out, or some pretty big tricks being thrown here on the Rail Jam. So this has been a great setting. It's been a little chilly. Nobody ever brought us hot chocolate. A little disappointed.
I know.
I'm still waiting
shout
for
out
the
meant nothing.
Yeah, I know. And I'm still waiting for the Saint Bernard with the thing of rum to show, but he never has either. So.
That's weird. Why didn't that happen
I don't know.
us?
We asked nicely.
We did. We asked so nicely, and there were people around. They were like nodding their heads. Yeah, meant nothing to them that we're freezing up here.
Yep.
We got a good game tonight. Rams playing UNLV. Do you know like who your pick is going to be for this game?
Yeah, I think so. I think I've been eyeing this helmet all day. This is a beautiful thing that's been designed. So I think we're gonna pick CSU on snow day.
Mike's gonna hit us with a not so fast, my friends.
That's right.
He's got the snow day helmet on. Let's show it off, Mike.
I don't think I can wear this on my helmet.
The headset is not helmet
I'm gonna have to
compatible.
work with Shannon on this one to get me a special device helmet. But no, this is a great helmet. This is a great lid. It should inspire our team to victory, I think, tonight.
It should. If anything is going to inspire them to victory, it's going to be this moment right now.
This moment right here. Somebody capture it for me, because this will be the last time I probably wear a football helmet this cool.
Let's not say last. There's no last
But
time.
maybe not this cool.
Oh, this
Like,
cool,
this is a
yeah. It
pretty
is,
cool
it is
helmet.
a cool helmet. Well, my pick is also the Rams. I'm going to leave the helmet to Mike here, but we'll see you all in the stadium tonight looking for that Rams win, kicking off in just about an hour, 7:30. Rams are going against UNLV. Thank you so much for tuning in to Rams Live. We've got one more episode for football after Thanksgiving.
It will be, and hopefully somebody will bring us turkey.
Yeah, so bring us your Thanksgiving leftovers,
Yes.
and we will happily rate them on Rams Live.
Yes, and we can maybe come up with our best leftover recipes.
Yes, I like it. I like it. We're brainstorming segments here. We're good.
Yes, very good.
Well, thanks for tuning in. We'll be back with more Rams Live next home football game. Go Rams.
The Rams.